I don't care how long you've been with her. If she still has to depend on other people to make sure her bills are paid, she's not your woman. And she still deserves to talk to as many men as she chooses to until she can find the right provider. I don't care if you have children with her. I don't care if you believe you're married to her. If you cannot take care of this woman financially, mentally, and spiritually, she is still single and should entertain each and every man that approaches her until she finds her knight in shining armor. If you don't like what I'm saying, become a provider. If you don't like what I'm saying, become a man that elevates her. If you don't like what I'm saying, become a man that can guide and lead her. If you're upset what I'm saying, you're the problem and you don't deserve a woman. You just deserve a job application. You deserve therapy. You deserve someone to talk to about your emotions. Women, if they're not providing for you on all levels, leave them and find a man that can, because there are men that wake up waiting and plotting on women that they can love and provide for. Don't let these dusty bums tell you anything different. You deserve the best. I don't care if you have children or not.
So yeah, I want to say once again, I don't totally disagree with what he's saying in this particular video. I 1000% agree with a man should be financially able or obligated to be able to support a woman. However, living in today's world, the average man doesn't make what this brother is trying to push. He didn't talk about it in this specific video, but if you check him out, yeah, he says a man should have at least $1 million in his bank account, and he should be able to give a woman $50,000. The average man, let alone black man, doesn't even make $50,000 in America at all. So we have to be realistic. That just isn't the case. And if that was the case, half of us wouldn't even, our parents wouldn't have came together or, bear us as their children, because a lot of our fathers, our grandparents, they didn't make that. You get what I'm saying? Money isn't, I'm going to say this, money isn't the answer to marriage. What do you think? Do you think money actually drove us and sustained us all these years?
No.
What you think? What sustains marriages to you?
Sacrifice and patience, long suffering. You have to really practice the fruits of the spirit in a marriage. Because if you don't practice any of that, your relationship gonna tarnish. It's gonna go bad. And if you allow money to run your relationship, you're never going to be satisfied, you're never going to be happy, because there's going to be times where he might be making money, and there's going to be, or he may not be making money. There's going to be times where you're going to have to step in and take on that lead to help provide. So you're going to have to come together. It's all, in all actuality, you got to come together as a whole to make your foundation work.
It's a up and down kind of thing, because you got to understand, men don't want somebody that's just hopping on a ride because of their money. You get what I'm saying? We want somebody to, to be along with the sacrifices, along with the compromises. We want somebody to be along with the ride. When you get married, you take those vows till death do us part, through sickness, through do these different things, not through finances. You know what I'm saying? That's not the foundation of a marriage. You get what I'm saying? Number one, a man should have finances, but what's more important than finances is a God-given purpose, a program that a woman is able to follow after, because a man has to be a leader. Every rich person isn't a leader. You know what I'm saying? And every leader is not rich. So it doesn't make sense. But like I said, these people, they get you riled up. They try to get you riled up to engage in something. You have the Facebooks, you have the social media, you have the Twitters and the Instagrams. They get you riled up, they get the shares. It don't have to be true, but as long as a person is hurt or they're feeling hurt, they will support and get behind a lie. And it is what it is. And I will address the men also. But right now, we just got to address it. Our sisters, a lot of those women that support this algorithm, you have to understand, they're single. You get what I'm saying? And it's no shade to our sisters, because, let's be honest, there are a lot of men that aren't leaders in this world. But at the same time, a lot of this algorithm allows people to stay in their ways. Okay, if you have 5 failed relationships, you have to start looking at yourself. You have to start self-examining yourself. Did you improve after that? Did you have therapy after that? Did you look inside yourself and think, what was I wrong? Why am I not attracting a husband or a man that's going to take me as a wife? But no, this type of information, or these type of people, they like to keep you sick. You get what I'm saying? So, it's easier to blame all men. There's no good man. There's no good man, or a man not meeting my standard. No, we have to do the necessary work as men and women to come together. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not, if I'm bringing the finances, what are you bringing? Are you a nurturer? Are you a carer? Can you make a house a home? So, yeah, that's, let me ask you this, all right? If you would have, let's say if you would have been waiting for a man that had $1 million in his bank account and the things that the guy said that you would need to get a woman's attention, or even let her entertain you, how do you think that everything would have turned out for you?
That's a hard question for me because I don't think about money. Money can't buy me happiness. It won't satisfy me. And he could have any amount of money in the bank, but he lacked character flaws. To me personally, I desire somebody that can teach me, that can lead me, mainly spiritually. And if he has money, it's okay, but that's not the set goal where my mind just goes what he can buy me and all that. Because, like you said, in most cases, a lot of women have men or had men in their lives that could provide. But because he lacked in certain areas, they didn't want him after that.
They didn't fulfill.
It didn't fulfill them. So is it really money that women are chasing? Do women really know what they want?
Yeah. And I think also to add on to that, I don't think it's the money part that we're lacking. I think it's the our God-given roles. You get what I'm saying? Our purpose as a husband and a wife, as a man and a woman. Are we tapping into what God or our Creator has called us to do as far as a man and a woman? Is he called me to get money and be rich, and just live life? No, he called me to be a leader, to establish his word within my household and have my wife follow me. You get what I'm saying? Anytime I went out of that order, everything has been a domino effect, not only for her, but my children. So you have to find a guy, not financially up there or rich. You have to look at his character. You have to look at his God-given purpose in life. Does he have a program that he follows? Does he have a God that he prays to? It's much more bigger. Who is this man that's going to be raising your children? You know what I'm saying? So it's much more bigger than that. So I just wanted to do this video just to, give some clarity of what marriage truly could be, and everybody's different. You get what I'm saying? But what I can say, going on almost 10 years that we've been together, what has brought us through it is, it's going to be a lot of forgiveness. It's going to be a lot of compromise. It's going to be a lot of sacrifices. Every day you're not going to like each other. Happiness is not going to keep it. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to be happy all the time. You get what I'm saying? And we've been lied to. And a lot of these people that's on these podcasts and these content creators, they're lying because they're keeping the emotional, they're keeping you in their emotional roller coaster, or, the vulnerability, or our people that's gullible because they know our community is broken up, and they getting them dollars off of it. So if he says something like this and he dropping books, he dropping all this, they're gonna eat it up based on how they feel. Yeah, and I think he said something about women entertaining multiple men until you find the one. Think about this. Let's say you got 5 men on your roster. Bless you. Let's say you got 5 men on your roster. You got Jerome, you got Darnell, and you got Steve, and you got other men. How do you even juggle all these men? For one, we have a culture of over sexualizing. You get what I'm saying? So people want, a lot of men will entertain you for sex. You get what I'm saying? And men respect virtuousness. So a woman that's not giving her body to other men or giving her attention to other men, that's the woman that men will want to marry. So automatically, you didn't already deleted yourself from a lot of the men that will take you seriously. Because if I'm trying to court you as a wife and I see you entertaining multiple men, what is that going to do for me? That's going to turn me off. So what do you think about entertaining multiple men until you find the actual one? Because that's the biggest one. Especially a lot of the older women, they tell our younger sisters the same thing that he said. Yeah. Entertain multiple men until you find that one.
Yeah, I have heard, I have heard older women tell younger women that it's okay for you to date around. It's okay for you to entertain multiple men. When, in my opinion, I don't think a woman should entertain multiple men because in a sense, you will never be satisfied with one man. It's going to always be something that you find displeasing in your eyesight towards that man. It's going to always be this guy. He might have money, but he ain't got a car. He might have a car, but he don't have money. He might don't have a car or money, but guess what? That and then you entertaining all these dudes and you still end up with the wrong dude. You still end up with the wrong dude, or you still end up with the one you really didn't want. You just wanted him because the next girl wanted him.
Yeah.
So I don't think a woman should date around. How about what's wrong with you dating one guy? Sure enough, he might not have those qualities that you want at that time. But what's wrong with you entertaining him, getting to know him? Getting to know what his morals is, what his value is, who he serves as a head, Godhead. What's wrong with you just sticking to one guy at that point? Like you're just dating.
And think about this. Let's say, let's get an analogy of a buffet. You go to a buffet. Do you just choose one thing? Do you just get one type of chicken? Do you just get one type of pasta? No, there's a whole buffet, and you like, oh, I want some of this, or I want some of that, I want some of this. So when you talking to 5 guys, these 5 guys are putting their best foot forward. He might just got his hair cut for the day. Oh, he ain't coming with that game that day. Okay, so now you involved with him. Now you emotionally involved over here. So it's a headache, man. It's a headache, and that's what we have right now: a community of confusion because we have men like this who's teaching our women lies, and they're getting them emotionally riled up to make the wrong decisions based on financial gain. So yeah, like I said, men, we're running from responsibility, and a lot of the women are running from accountability. And like I've been hearing a lot about this 50-50 conversation. Have you heard about the 50-50 thing? Where a lot of women are speaking out and saying that they're not trying to deal with a 50-50, basically a financial relationship where a woman has to provide 50% of the financial burden and the men have to provide 50% of the financial responsibility of the household. So my thing is, if there's so many single, and look at the time we live in, look at inflation, look at the groceries, look at the rent, look at everything that's through the roof right now. People can barely even save money. So we're living from check to check. So you're telling me you wouldn't want a man to come cover 50% of your bills, but you rather pay 100% of it, and you have children? See, it's just not, the math is not, what they say, the math ain't mathing. You know what I'm saying? It's not looking good for our community. You get what I'm saying? So, and also, not only just that, if, let's say, for example, we agree that, a man should have $1 million in his bank account or provide a woman $50,000 upon meeting her. Do you know what that's going to do to the rest of the 99% of our community who don't make that? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if it's even 1%. We got to do the math on that. Do you know what that would do to our community? The same thing has been doing. It's going to be a hookup culture still going on. People still having children. They're just not going to get married. Okay, I don't fit the standards of marriage, but guess what? You think they're going to stop having sex? you think women are not going to still... You say what?
Stop having babies.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. They're just not gonna deal with marriage. You get what I'm saying? Women are still gonna entertain. Well, who you call it? What do you call them in the video? The brokies. It's still gonna the bums. Yeah, I mean it's still gonna. Yeah, it's still gonna happen. It's still gonna happen. But yeah, did you want to say something about the financial thing? The 50-50?
I mean, it's like, well, what's wrong with you helping provide? What's wrong with, okay, he don't make that certain amount of money. What's wrong with you helping him meet or reach that goal, whatever financial goal it is that you want or he want? What's wrong with you actually contributing to building y'all finances to get to that point? A lot of people don't want to help build. They just want to come and see what can I get out of this.
Or a finished product.
Or you want a whole finished product, but you're not willing to put in the sacrifice or the hard work to get your spouse or that person up to that point. A lot of people just won't.
They don't want the hard work. They don't want to put in the handwork. They basically just want, like you say, the finished product. And it doesn't work like that. Nothing works like that. That's what you've been sold on social media or the movies or the Disney Channel. You know, things like that we've been taught. It just doesn't work that way. You know, it takes a lot of hard work. So, yeah, we just want to bring this video to bring some clarity and bring the reality of what marriage actually is and how you should probably vet, you know, be realistic when you're looking for a man. So this is more so correction and, you know, it's love to our sisters. You know, that's all. Again, thank you for supporting the channel. Pilgrims in the Earth. We out.